Hiya! So we're here with week 3 with our electives. I'm Hannah.
I'm Paul.
And we're going to jump right on into it. So I think we're going to start with running through with our music first, and then we're going to break down what we went over for you.
All right, let's do it.
Uh-huh.
Hello. Oh, yes.
All right, so that's all what we went through today with the music.
Ignore my slides, which I missed the cue on.
Lovely.
Cool. Thank you.
All right, so first thing that we went through is transition from our slip-slops to our Suzy Q's. So you end up from your slip-slops, you have your back, forward. You end up with your right leg up in the air with no weight on it. You're gonna cross that over 7, 8, and that'll start your Suzy Q's to the left. So 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So on every 7, you're gonna kick out to the side, sweep it over, and that'll start your Suzy Q's.
We talked about some arms a little bit. One point on the Suzy Q's that we said is, one styling thing, you can imagine your foot is in the sand sweeping out a fan instead of your heel. The second thing that we liked is bringing up the heel so that you can have these sharper knee movements. Again, these are personal preferences.
By bringing up the heel, Paul means the heel of your back foot.
Thank you. Yeah, the rear heel. And then we had some arms.
We had some arms. So I have a tendency to do my shoulders moving up and down. So that would mean that whatever leg has your weight on it, that is the shoulder that is up, and then you swap down. So it looks something like that.
And then another option for arms that we gave you was kind of this little like hula out to the side. You know, you can make this stiffer and we just switch opposite sides. We also talked about a transition into the Suzy Q. One thing that I like to do is this little kick here to swap into that kick switch here. But you don't have to, it's an option. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
So after our Suzy Q's, we got into the heel digs. And one of the first things we need to do is to transition from our Suzy Q's to the heel digs. And the way that we simplified that was just thinking about walking forward. So you have your 7, 8 forward. So just think about it as 2 steps.
And we said that the styling on the heel or in the toe is coming in across your body and rotating in the direction you're bringing your foot and bring it out on. So your hip points this way. We also said that we'd like to keep the front foot straight for this.
Yes. And I made a point of think about moving your hips as opposed to just like your feet, because if you keep your whole leg pointing in the same direction, you will protect your knees.
And then we had a little arm styling here as well. We had the little shoop-ba-da, just a couple of different options.
And if you roll your wrists while you do it, it's an extra little flair.
And if this is tricky for you, just think of it like step, step, and step, step, and step, and build it up from that kind of a movement back and forth.
Cool. So after we have our heel digs, paddle turn around in a circle. You guys have done that before with us. And then we get to 4 corners. So I described it as you make a box with your butt. So you have the back, you have forward, to the right, and to the left. And in between each of those transitions, you hit your thighs. Remember, be nice to yourself. Don't hit your thighs too hard.
And you can also think of this as like you're on the deck of a ship, and the deck of the ship is like moving around. You're like keeping your balance here on these different, and it's like cannonballs are being thrown at you from the enemy ship, and you're like creating the cutouts for the cannonballs to go in between your hips and your arms.
Yep. All right. And then after that, we had mess around.
Yeah.
The only thing for that is you clap on 8, go out to the side, and then do your lovely mess around. Try and make a point to keep your pulse as you're doing this. It just looks nicer.
Another option that we said was you can just kind of do this groove and reverse the direction or do it twice.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so after our
Hi, Lori.
after our mess around, we go into our Charleston. So you have one basic, and then you could do your around the world. And we talked about having your arms be in opposition, and then when you do the kick that changes your direction, I should say, you pump your arms in the air.
And another way you can think about it is there's like a hook on your rear pocket, and it's like pulling you back in the direction that you are going to be backing up for the step on.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we had the hangman right after this.
Yes.
So we rock step on step 5, 5, 6, kick, 8. Yeah.
And then from there, you keep on changing your weight forward and back and have like a little floopiness as you do it. And we talked about it being not starfish. Seahorses. And then you can add the bird arms if you want.
Yeah.
All sorts of things.
Yeah, that's really fun. Make it your own, play with it. Remember, it's replacing your feet, and it's also driving with your hips through the top foot first to get that nice rolling motion. And we also said it was like a dolphin.
Yes, so
as far as
an
animals
entire
go.
sea menagerie.
Yes.
The very last thing we did was, we were calling them the
James Browns.
So you have your hop up, and then you go off to the side, and in order to make that movement happen, you are doing like a tick-tock with the foot that is dragging you.
To practice this, you can do it with both feet side by side, and then just decide to leave one foot there with no weight, and just move off to the side.
Yep. And that's everything. So we hope you'll be back for week 4.
Bye-bye.